In Thailand, there's growing criticism over the new Prime Minister's handling of flood relief efforts. The government's pledged more than $4 billion to help the nation recover from its worst floods in half a century. But on the streets of Bangkok, few see an end to the slow-moving disaster that began in July. Southeast Asia correspondent Zoe Daniel reports.
Each November, the people of Thailand float their troubles away at the festival of Loi Krathong, a tribute to the spirits of the water. But this year, the water's created more problems than it's resolved. Water that's already devastated rural communities to the north is now just a few kilometres from central Bangkok. Praida is returning to her house 6 kilometres from the CBD for the first time since she evacuated. It's not a pretty sight.
I check the level every day and it's receding, so I feel relieved. But I can also see the water's got in and I feel sad about what's happened to my house.
With 2.8 million people affected, the government's being strongly criticised for its handling of the crisis. And none more so than Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra, who came to power in July riding a wave of popularity driven by the poor. A backlash over confusing and often conflicting warnings and haphazard aid delivery has forced her to rule out standing down and to reassure the public.
People trusted me, and every vote I got means I must take care of them. So today I want to do that duty and do my best for the people.
Former Prime Minister and now opposition leader Abhisitwe Chachiwa bore the brunt of public anger during anti-government protests last year. Now the new government's doing the damage control while he's deploying party volunteers to help flood victims.
The government's offering people about $150 per household to compensate for flood damage. But before this crisis is even over, it's now being threatened with a class action, which would incorporate both those who've lost their homes and others who've lost income due to the floods. Zoe Daniel, ABC News, Bangkok.